Welcome to the Oakley Podcast, Trucking Business and Family. My name is Jeremy Kellett, Director of Recruiting here at Oakley Trucking. Sitting in here with me is Megan Cummins.
I wasn't ready yet.
You wasn't? Also in the recruiting department, taking care of all the permits and the licensing and the, what else do you do? That's about
Morale
booster.
Yeah,
morale
booster. Yeah.
Hey, so for our listeners, this episode, you just got me and Megan. But
You're welcome.
But do not, just because I said that, don't turn us off. I've got some really good stuff coming here that I need to tell y'all about. One of it is we're going to talk real quick about your medical exams and your physicals. That won't take long because I know everybody thinks it's boring. The other one is I'm going to give you some details and specs on the new trailer shop and what's happening, when it's going to open, what the process is, what all the new stuff we have. And I took a tour out there, been twice out there, and oh man, it's just fantastic. Going to talk a little bit about that. And then the other big thing that maybe some of you know, but Oakley Trucking has bought 2 trucks. Had them spec'd out, built, and we own 2 trucks now. So I'm going to tell you the purpose of that here in just a little bit. But first, hey, before we get started, I know we kind of been, seems like we've been out of this for a little while. We're a little rusty. We've had some episodes recorded for a little while, and it's time to get back in here and get back in the groove.
I was thinking before we came up here, we should pretend like we're in a really big argument, and they can use that as an advertisement to draw more traffic.
Well, I mean, I guess we just need to record when we're out there working.
We don't ever argue,
We're arguing all the time out there. Megan's arguing with somebody constantly. It's usually Kent.
Okay. Well,
that's about,
anyways.
Isn't that right, Annabelle? Yeah, usually Kent. So, but that's all right. Tell us about our sponsors.
Sponsors, Aero Truck Sales.
Yep.
Obviously.
Central Arkansas Truck and Trailer.
Central Arkansas Truck and Trailer, yes.
Talked to Keith yesterday. He is still doing good. This place is open here in Little Rock.
Yeah.
The new Aero.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to start utilizing that a little bit to his advantage, and it's going to make it a lot more convenient for our guys, our owner operators, and the guys we're recruiting to get a truck and maybe have it over here in the house. And
that'd be so nice.
Yeah, it will be. I was talking to him about that. He said that's going well, just now getting cranked off. So it's going to be great having them that close. And I actually this is just an example of what Aero does. The reason I was calling him yesterday, I was talking to him about one of our owner operators that was having problems with his finance company. Mm-hmm. They were being a little shady, wouldn't give him information, had a high interest rate he didn't know about, all this kind of stuff. And I called Keith to try to see if he knew somebody that would buy the loan and get the guy away from that finance company. So, that's just an example. Now, whether they got it done or not, I haven't checked back, but that's an example of what these guys at Aero do for our owner operators. I mean, they try to figure out ways to help them. Yeah. And it's really good.
Great folks.
Yeah, Central Arkansas Truck and Trailer. I mean, those guys are, we just about seem like we're using them. They got guys down there every week. I mean, I talked to them the other day, Nathan and David, and I mean they're pleased with the the business they're getting off of this podcast. So I appreciate all our owner operators using them down there. I've not had one complaint.
I feel like I get a bunch of comments about them, and we've only been working with them for 6 months? Has it been a year?
No, we started about February, something like that.
Was it February?
I think so.
That's pretty great.
Yeah, it is. So
you do great work.
Well, I mean, we are particular who's going to be our sponsors. Yeah. I don't just, we've had several people wanting to talk about it and be our sponsor the show, and I'm not. If I don't have confidence, if they don't have a good reputation, we are not referring people over there to them. So we want the best for our guys.
Yeah, because we have the best.
That's exactly right. Now let's have a Megan segment.
Oh,
let's talk about Megan for a minute.
How long have I been doing this? Took me a year to get a Megan segment?
You got 30 seconds.
Actually, I was just going to ask how you and Elizabeth were, how the boys were.
Good. Got a vacation planned up here, 4th of July week.
Where y'all going?
Panama City. Got my son in New York City.
Uh-huh.
Him and his girlfriend's flying down.
Oh.
And my other youngest, he's over in Olive Branch, Mississippi. Him and his girlfriend are driving down. And it's going to be just a big 3-bedroom, 3-bath condo. We're all going to hang out.
One big happy family.
Yeah. I'll bet you. I probably
Someone's
shouldn't say
going to propose.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, them boys ain't that. I don't know what's wrong with them. But I was going to say, I bet somebody leaves early.
Really?
Well, I mean, you get 7 days.
Oh, you're going for 7 days?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Saturday to Saturday. And my boys are,
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. Even if you're in Florida.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of get to the point where you're like, okay, I'm ready to go home.
Yeah.
So you're going from what, Friday?
It's liable to be Elizabeth. She'll be like, listen, I've had enough of these boys. I can't.
When are y'all leaving?
Saturday. It'll go from Saturday and then come home Saturday. Yeah.
So you're going up there on the 5th?
No. The week prior.
Okay.
The week prior. So.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Oh, yeah.
Are y'all going Dutch? Or did Mom and Dad take care of it?
Yeah. Now, what do you think?
Well,
Hey, I'm glad to do it. I'm
Yeah.
glad to do it. I don't get them all together very often at all.
I should give you Ronnie and Judy's phone number.
Yeah.
Maybe you can rub elbows with them once in a while.
How about you? What's been going on with you?
The huge, just living the dream. Everything's been going really good. And I should have thought of a really good lie to tell everybody before I came up here. Something really interesting that's going on.
I'll tell them something.
About me?
Yep.
Okay. Is it good?
Yeah, I think it's great.
Okay. What is it?
That you are getting a little more involved in your church.
Yes. Yeah, it's no one likes to talk about how difficult that is if you go by yourself. But I love to talk, but when I'm in a social situation, like at work, it's no big deal. You just said I would argue with a fence post.
Right.
But when it's, for pleasure, if I'm just leisurely making friends, that's pretty difficult. I can't give them the full enchilada.
Right, yeah.
That's like what I did with you guys, kind of. Like start out quiet.
Yeah, they're not ready for that.
No. You got to warm them up first, give them a couple months.
No, but that's a big step for you to get in, and you're trying to get more involved in it. And your age group is a very difficult age group. There's not a lot of stuff offered in churches for 22 to 29-year-olds. I mean, it's just there's not a lot of. We're doing one in ours right now that's kind of targeting that. It's called The Gathering that they're doing once a week. So I mean, it's not easy. I mean, it's always been a little gap there from when you get out of college to when you get married and have kids. It's kind of there's not a whole lot going on.
Yeah, it's just strange. We used to go to church Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesday night. We go revival, VBS, and now it's like after church on Sunday, they're like, all right, you guys have a good week. I'm like, what do you mean?
When's the
I
next
don't know when
open
that
date?
happened.
Yeah,
but
I know it has.
But yeah, everything's been going good. Living the dream. Happy to be here at Oakley.
It is. How many years you been here now?
The same as the last time you asked me.
How many was that? I normally don't listen to our conversation.
While we're having them.
Don't pay attention much.
Are you joking me?
3.
My anniversary was in literally a month ago,
3?
basically. No. 4.
4? Oh.
Annabelle.
4 years. Congratulations.
Thank you. That's the second time you've told me congratulations. Do you remember telling me the first time?
No, but
Okay. Well, thank you.
Now that we got that out of our system, the Megan segment is over. Let's move on to some important stuff. Let's start off with this new rule for physicals because this is really important for owner operators. This is something new that's coming out. It's got a deadline of about June 23rd, and it's. I kind of give it an overview here, but it's basically when you go take your physical, you better do it ahead of time. We've been talking about that for years.
Yeah.
But you better do it ahead of time because now it's up to the medical examiner that's giving you the physical to submit it to the National Registry.
Correct.
Which the state is going to be connected to the National Registry. So when you do a physical, the doctor is not going to give you a paper copy unless you request one,
right?
Which we want you to request one.
Yes.
Because we need to see it. But it's going to go to the National Registry. then the state is going to get it registered through that.
Yes.
And then we will run an MVR, motor vehicle report.
Yeah.
And it will be stated on that you're certified. And you are
Yes.
not certified until we run the MVR and it says it on there, correct?
Correct. Also, we do not get notified when that gets submitted to the state. So one of the main takeaways that Ashley was telling me was to give them a call, give Ashley a call, give somebody in safety a call to let them know that you've completed the physical, you've had them submit it to the state, because there's no notification system for Oakley whenever that gets, they don't send us anything to say, hey, John Doe completed his physical and it's submitted to the National Registry.
And the doctor's got
24
hours to
Yeah,
do it?
so after you get the physical, you need to stay on your doctor and make sure that they submit it within 24 hours of the exam to the National Registry. And another thing that Ashley told me was before you leave the office, they're going to have you double check your information, make sure all of that stuff is correct, make sure there's no errors on there, don't just skim through it. Double check all of your information on there and make sure it's all correct.
Yeah, because if it's not, and then we have to go through the process. You have to go through the process of going back to the doctor
Yes.
a lot of times and getting it corrected. So
Yeah.
you want to make sure you get a copy of that physical and that it is correct, and even send it to us while you're at the doctor's office, and that way we can look at it and go,
Yeah.
hey, it does, everything looks correct and it's good, because we see mistakes all the time with
Yeah.
these doctors that are on these physicals. But and just so you know, right now, you bring the physical to us and we submit it to the state. Now is how it works. Or you, the driver, has to walk it in
Yeah.
to the revenue office in your state. Some of them require that. Well, that's all going away.
Yep.
We won't be able to do it for you. There will be no middleman. It'll be straight from the doctor to the registry. Then we just got to run an MVR, hoping it shows up certified for this date on there. So
It's why you got to be your own advocate.
yeah,
If you have to stay on your doctor's office, make sure that they get that submitted within 24 hours. And there was something about 48 hours, wasn't there? They have 48 hours to submit it.
I think 48 hours for it to show up on the MVR. Maybe.
Okay. Okay. That sounds about right.
I think is what it is. What else on that subject?
I think those
I made
were
some notes here on.
were the biggest thing. Now, there are some states that are already implementing this or have already implemented. I know Missouri's one, Arkansas is one. But it's just good practice anyways. If you know that you're going to have to get it done, say you're going to have to get it done in July or wait, when is it? June 23rd. Say your physical expires June 15th. Just go ahead, start it, because it's going to be common practice the next time that you take a physical anyways.
Yeah.
To get used to it now. And I mean, this is less work for the driver
Yeah.
anyways.
And us.
Yeah.
It's just that we don't have an option of helping. We can't.
Yeah.
It takes it completely out of our hands. That we can
Yeah.
nothing we can do but
Right.
wait for the doctor and the state to, to get it submitted and correct.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest thing. And as always, and we've said it 100 times, you need to get your physical. Don't wait till the last day because you're going to be stuck not being able to drive.
Yeah.
We're going to be in here running MVR every day and it not showing up yet. And here he is sitting losing money. So
Yes.
got to be something you got to be on top of.
Absolutely.
When it comes to these physicals and the way things are changing. And that for Annabelle put up a link. We've got it on one of these emails that they can go on this link and see what states are doing it and what states are not. Now, all the states are supposed to be compliant by the 23rd of June. So whether they will be or not, I don't know. But I looked and there was a list of them.
Yeah.
You can go to that website. So
Also, whenever you scan your physicals in, TransFlow, Safety Miscellaneous, it'll come in to Ashley, just like normal on the scanning. She just mentioned that on how to scan those in.
Scan the physicals in?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just like normal on that. Also, don't assume that your doctor knows. Your doctor should be aware, but, taking the opportunity to tell them, hey, I need this submitted within 24 hours.
True. Yeah,
So-
they should know and should do it, but still, it's
Gonna let them know.
when you're at that office, you need to say, man, please
Yeah.
get this in there.
Because I mean, if that doesn't work out, you're the one that's put out.
Yep.
If you can't drive.
That's right.
So
That's right.
important stuff.
Good information, yes, as always. Got to stay on top of that stuff. Let's move on to something that I'm excited about. Well, the next two things I'm really excited about, but this one, Megan, I don't know if you've been over there or not, but you should go take a little tour of the new shop being built.
I would like the VIP tour.
You can get it. I'm telling you, it is fantastic. I took it with Toby one day, and then I did it again with Tate. And just
Who's a better tour guide now that we're on the subject?
well, I mean, they're both great.
That's a cop out of an answer.
Pretty much political. But I mean, just the thought that's put into this, that Toby has really spent a lot of time and effort in planning this
Yeah.
shop, and it's
And that sucker's gone up quick.
it has gone up quick, and it's getting close. I mean, he's
Yeah.
Projecting to have a start date of July the 1st.
Really? So start date is in pull your truck in here.
Yep.
Let's get to work on it. Really? Wow.
So that's exciting.
Yeah.
Some of the differences. I mean, it's a huge shop. It's 18,000 square feet. It's got 4 bays, and it's got 2 bays on each side, and in the middle is a huge parts inventory.
Really?
So yeah, so it kind of the way it is now, the parts inventory is on one end of the shop, so everybody has to walk all the way to the other end of the shop to get parts. Well, this way they just go at 2 bays,
Wow.
and it's going to be a lot quicker, a lot more room to have parts there, and I mean it's that's going to be a lot. Let's see, they've got he's going to have a tire breakdown machine in each bay, which when he told me that, I thought, well, that's not a big deal, but it is a big deal, because right now the tire breakdown machine, there's one, and it's on the other end of the shop.
One?
So everybody has to go down there. When the trailer's in the 4th
Yeah.
bay, they have to go all the way down there to break down tires. So he's going to have one in each bay. It's going to make it quicker for, to get trucks, trailers in and out of there.
Now, what kind of trailers are welcome? Is it all trailers welcome?
Good question. No, this new shop is going to be pneumatics and hoppers only.
Really?
Yeah. Well, for a little while, which I'm getting to, they're going to remodel the old shop too. So at
Okay.
that point, it'll be open to dumps too. But the long-term plan is the new shop is hoppers and pneumatics only.
Yeah.
And then the other old shop, when it gets renovated, it's going to be all dumps.
So, in the meantime, here's a question. Between the renovation of the old shop and whenever we open the new one, are Endums still going to be able to go into the old one to get serviced?
So that's a great question. I can't remember. I asked Toby that, but I can't remember. Tate, I think, told me that the old shop would be completely shut down for a couple months.
Okay.
I know Tate told me that. Now, and it seemed like Toby told me part of it, like half of it was going to do it, and then the other half to keep a couple. But I can't remember exactly. But
We can revisit it as it gets closer.
Regardless, it's going to take that old shop.
Yeah.
It needs.
Has that been here since the inception?
So no.
Okay.
So when I started in 1994, it was just one bay out there. Might have been 2 originally. I think it was 2 bays originally. And it didn't have the office. It was, there was actually fuel pumps out here outside of the building, right outside of Bruce's office. There was a fuel pump. You guys could get diesel right there. But the shop, we just kept buying trailers, kept growing. Well, Mac and Benny, we got to add another bay out there, run out of room. So we'd add another bay, on the end of the shop. Then we'd, keep getting better. Well, let's add another bay. We'd add another bay to the end of the shop. Meanwhile, we're adding another 50 foot to the old office, expanding it out.
Yeah.
And as we just grew, we just added on. I'll never forget Jeff out here putting wet kits on with no pit. He's doing it on the floor.
Really?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You remember how many trucks there were when you first started?
About 100.
Really? Mm-hmm. What did you start out in dispatch?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow. Jeremy Kellett is a dispatcher.
About 100. Oh, yeah.
Were you mean?
Heck no.
Really?
You ever known me to be mean?
Well,
No.
we can talk about it
I
later,
said no.
after the camera's gone.
No, but I mean it's just come a long ways. But all that to say that all that stuff is that old.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and then we added the wet kit bay and the inspection bay. I don't even know what year that was added, but that was a big deal to get a pit.
Yeah.
You know, that was a huge deal to get that. So anyway, they're going to redo. I mean, Toby's going to make it similar to what the new one is. He's going to have 2 bays on each side. He's going to have the parts in the middle of those 2 bays. So bay 3 is going to be turned, I think, into the parts room, and then have 2 bays on each side for the dumps. And you know, they got to redo some electrical and all that kind of stuff. He said it's going to be it's going to be nice. But
Are all of the bays in the new shop going to have pits? Did I read that somewhere?
No. New shop won't have a pit. No, the wet kit bay will just stay the same.
Oh, okay. So
Let me finish telling you about the
Sorry.
new shop and some of the stuff that Toby has thought of. So there's going to be a huge amount of storage, which he's going to. I mean, we don't have any storage over here in this new office. We are packed. There's just no storage, and we're not supposed to have it under the stairwells because of the tornado stuff. You know, people don't want us to do that. So we're going to move a lot of stuff over there, and Toby's got a great plan. He's even got an upstairs that's got a huge amount of storage that he can take the forklift, lift it up, set it on there, and then have a little hand jack up there to move it around. I mean, and it's going to be able to hold a lot of stuff. Plus, you know, the one down below too is big and can drive a forklift, but it's going to be able to help him buy more in bulk.
Yeah.
Get a better price on some stuff, keep more parts on hand, you know, when you can get a better price. So, I mean, the storage is going to be, I know people they think that's not a big deal. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
When you talk about recruiting, we got all our stuff out here in a trailer, you know, and it don't need to be, we need stuff in climate control, and that's what that's going to be. Yeah. So it's going to, and then they've got, so on the south end of the shop is where the entrance is going to be for all the vendors, you know, tire guys, whatever, come over trying to sell Toby
I didn't
stuff.
think about that. Where do they come now?
Right in his door.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, you have no privacy and nothing. I mean, it just needs this is going to be nice. I mean, we've got a huge counter out there and where everybody can sit. Toby's going to have an office. They're going to be able to, you know, come in and actually have a good conversation with some of these vendors that come in. The drivers will still just come in the bays like they always do, you know. But we've got he's got a break room for all the mechanics in the shop. Going to be a nice break room.
How nice are we talking
I
here?
mean, nice. It's sharp.
So you're looking for a front desk lady?
He may.
You would miss me though, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But you know, the break room, and then he's got of course, a women's bathroom that's big. He's got a men's bathroom, and then
What did they have out there before? Buckets?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's kind of, you know, I mean, it's like it was back when I started. There was no men and women's bathroom. There was just a bathroom.
Really? Was there a lock on the door?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you're like, you know,
Yeah.
who's next?
Yeah, that's true.
But anyway, the men's bathroom, he did a really good idea here. He connected it to a locker room.
Oh, that's nice.
You know, because a lot of these guys get dressed here. They have uniforms that are brought in and keep their uniforms and stuff out here. So it's going to be connected to.
That is so nice. And you don't got to worry about driving home in your nasty, stinky clothes. You can,
I mean, it is, and it's going to be real convenient.
Yeah. Sounds like he's put a lot of thought into it.
He's put a lot of thought into it.
I tried to get him on earlier today, but he shut me down pretty quick.
Yeah, Annabelle tried several times.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. He didn't. I don't even think he stopped.
Hey, you need to go back. You should have looked up what episodes there were that Toby's done. He's done 2 with me.
Are you joking? Was it just you 2?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so next time you ask him. Don't tell him I'm going to be here, and then maybe we can get him to come on.
Yeah, I think he's one and done, kind of like Benny and Dennis. I'm afraid they're one and done. Yeah, I'm trying.
You said there was going to be a part 2 before the episode ended.
I know it. I'm working on it.
What else, Jeremy Kellett?
Well, I think that's it. I mean, it's it's a huge step for Oakley to do this. I want people to understand we're putting a lot of money into this new shop, and it's just gonna benefit us. We've always needed it, you know, and the wash bay too. I mean, we're just running out of room.
Yeah. Which is a good problem to have.
Yeah. The other thing that he was telling me about that's going to be really good is he's got IT making this computer system for him to be able to have a better flow of the work orders.
Really?
Yeah. That's going to make it a little bit quicker for the driver to get in and out. So,
that's nice.
Yeah. He's going to have heaters in each bay, going to have something that was neat. We was walking through there, and he's got this big square in the back of the bay. I'm like, what are you going to do with that? He said, that's where I'm putting exhaust fans, so I can create a breeze through the shop. Because if you think about it, out here in the old one, they got doors on each end, and it kind of creates some airflow.
Yeah. And
this one over here doesn't. So he put fans, and the big old fans in the back of the bays that's going to be able to circulate.
Oh, that'll be nice.
Oh, yeah, air. And then he's got a vent in the top of the building that's going to be able to let the heat out when it gets hot. So he's put a lot of thought into it.
Highfalutin.
Yeah, and there will be a 2-lane road behind the shop, you know, where the old road is now.
Yeah.
So it's a little crazy to get in there now. Yes, ma'am? 71 is Toby's episode? Okay. Yeah. Go back here and check out episode 71, and you'll learn more about the shop. He's really good.
Yeah.
I wish I could get him on some more, but hey, I understand. But you're going to have that 2-lane road back in.
So is the road going to be finished the same time the shop is? Because right now it's all cut off. It's just that one, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably not. Might be, though. All right, so that's the shop.
July 1st.
July 1st.
Tentatively.
Now.
In other exciting news.
Yes.
At the top of the hour. Thanks for tuning in.
This is my
name's Megan Cummings.
Acting like a newscast. This is.
I really wanted to try that.
This is what this is something I've been real excited about, and I've put a lot of brain power into this.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's Oakley Trucking now owns 2 trucks. 2
trucks. Beautiful blue trucks.
Beautiful blue trucks. They are Kenworth T680s.
Yep.
Cummins engine, automatics, lightweight. What we've done, and for people that don't know, to kind of start at the beginning here, we've constantly have guys break down. And not, used to it'd be breakdown for a day or two.
Yeah.
Back in the day before these trucks have become more complicated. But now it's guys breaking down for weeks, even a month. Yeah, even months, Megan. So it's what we were doing is we were actually trying to, hey, well, this guy's his truck's broke down. Well, this guy over here, one of our drivers,
we have any drivers?
He's got a health issue, so we hook them up, and sometimes they would get in their truck just to keep moving and making a little money. Well, I finally got the okay June or July of last year. I rented some trucks from MHC Leasing here in Little Rock. And I basically, Oakley paid for the rental and then just passed it on to the owner-operator. And we're able to rent those trucks and a guy get in them and keep going.
Yeah.
And I mean, he could still keep making some money. He'd have a weekly rental. And we did that, well, from July till, I guess, about April. Well, before that, I finally got the okay to buy 2 trucks. And because we tested this for a good 6 months, 7 months, and it just worked. I mean, these guys are renting these trucks. I got a second one, and there's always somebody in them.
Yeah.
And people calling asking about it. So anyway, thanks to Benny and Justin, I was able to buy 2 trucks, these Kenworths, and spec them out like we wanted, and we got them. And as soon as we got them decaled and fixed up and ready, people were waiting on them.
Yep.
So we've had these. One of them we put a wet kit on, and then the other one does not have a wet kit or blower on it. So it's just set up right now for a dump or a hopper.
Yeah.
maybe down the road, you never know. But so, I mean, I still got the 2 MHC leasing trucks going, and now we got our 2 trucks going. But it's just, it's helped us. It's helped the owner-operator to be able to do it. I mean, the first guy in it was John Morrison, and he's been in it 3 or 4 weeks, while his truck's been down, and it's just, he's able to keep money coming in and keep working. It's just it's been really good for everybody so far. I'm sure we're going to have problems, at some point, but it's been very, very good, and I'm excited about it,
What about you? Do you have any ground rules for the rental trucks?
Yeah, I mean, definitely got, a contract to sign. They pick it up, it's full of fuel, you bring it back full of fuel, you clean it up.
Yeah.
It's reasonable. It's $810 a week plus 12 cents a mile, so it ends up being about $1,100 a week, something like that.
Yeah.
It's no pets, no smoking in it.
You guys shouldn't be smoking anyways.
That's right.
I just wanted to add that in there.
I mean, the guys are going to take care of it because they've taken care of these MHC leasing trucks.
Yeah.
I've had those guys compliment, going, man, we ain't never got trucks back in this good shape, But it's our guys renting them.
Exactly.
It's not the general public, it's our guys renting it, and they're going to take care of it because another guy is going to need it. And, I may run into some of that at some point, but I haven't yet.
Not only that, I mean, we get complimented all the time from customers and just random people on the roads about clean trucks, nice trucks, and then of course, the drivers, nice drivers, but everybody really keeps their equipment in tip-top shape.
Yeah. I mean, we require it, but they do.
I think they enjoy it though.
Yeah.
You want to keep your stuff clean. I tell people all the time when they come in to trade trucks, I'm like, you're basically moving. You want to keep your house clean, don't you?
That's right.
It might not be fun in the moment, but you can enjoy it afterwards.
This thing's got, of course, it's got a mattress in there, but you got to bring your own linens,
Yeah. Naturally.
And it's got a refrigerator in it to keep your food in. And it's decked out pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, Toby really helped me spec it out because I didn't know what I was doing really.
Why don't we just call this the Toby Hour?
It could have been. I needed him, but he's not here.
We'll get him next time.
You think he even listens to this?
No. I don't even think Toby knows what my name is. I was going to say, speaking of the rental trucks, it is imperative. That's a big word, isn't it? It just came out. I hope it means what I think it means.
Yeah.
That you come see safety before you leave. And you also need to come see me. Permits. You'll have a new lease to sign because you're driving a different truck.
Yep.
But just making your rounds in the office is very important before you head out on the road with that new truck.
Yeah, we'll get in a little better routine when we get going because we've only got, 2 guys. One guy each in it right now.
Yeah, and I'd say, those went pretty well. Went off kind of without a hitch.
Yeah. Yeah, thank goodness.
Yeah.
So, that's all I got. What do you think?
That was good.
I mean, we covered the med search. We covered the... What?
A company party.
Oh, yeah. That's coming up.
It's June. Ain't that wild?
October.
Yeah.
18th.
Truck show.
October 18th.
How many spots do we have left for the truck show? None?
We're full?
What?
How many you limited them to? 24.
How many are on the waiting list?
24 on the 24.
Didn't we cut it back last year? Like we didn't have 25 or...
Had like 20 last year, I think. 19 last year.
And now we got people on the waiting list. That'll teach y'all.
It's exciting. I tell you what else I thought of that I got to get you and Wendy doing, Annabelle, is this calendar.
Yeah.
You are? Okay, good.
Have you chosen all the pictures yet?
Because I haven't mentioned that at all. People that don't know, we do a yearly calendar for our customers, for owner-operators and everybody, and you send in glamour shots of your truck, in different situations, either on somebody's facility that you're loading or unloading, or just a pretty background out in the country or in the snow or whatever. I mean, we just have you just take a good quality picture of it. I guess the phone works fine, doesn't it, Annabelle? Pretty
These
much.
days.
The cell phone works good. Make sure, send it to Annabelle. Email it to her, and that way she's going to collect them, and then we narrow it down to 12.
Because there are 12 months in a year.
And it gets pretty intense when we start narrowing down 50 pictures of trucks. But we want to make sure we get some really good ones. So.
Yes.
And, we've had a couple guys make it twice.
Yeah. They'll let you know, too.
We got some really sharp trucks, though. Other than that, that's it. You got it? Done?
I was just trying to think of some kind of funny anecdote to say before we left. Can you give me a second?
Nope.
Okay.
Hey, I appreciate everybody listening to the Oakley podcast. You guys are awesome. We try to give you some good content every week. Definitely sometimes we struggle.
Not this week. This week was we hit it out of the park.
Like this week. But we do, because the last thing I want to do is give our owner operators some bad information or something that doesn't benefit them. We've had some really good ones here lately. And we're planning on some good ones here in the future. Just you gotta get back in that groove and keep them coming, and we will. We got some things we're working on, so I appreciate y'all staying in touch with us every week. Let us know if you got some suggestions. Be glad to try to find something out and give you some different kind of content. If you got any criticism, send it to Megan, and she'll pass it along to me if it's worthy. Other than that, we'll talk to y'all next week. Thanks.